Friends, let us start our exercise 4.1 of NCERT. This is based on our first two concepts, that is to identify whether the given expression is quadratic or not. So let us start with the first question. The first question says that check whether the following are the quadratic equations. So as you can see on the screen, first question is given by the equation x plus 1 whole square is equals to 2x minus 3. Friends, I have told you the two conditions to identify whether the given expression is quadratic or not. First we have to simplify the given algebraic expression, then we have to check the two conditions. First is maximum power of variable must be 2 and it must have only one variable. So these two conditions we will be checking in this question. So let us solve left hand side. If you open this identity, x plus 1 whole square is nothing but x square plus 1 square plus 2 into 1 into x. So it will become x square plus 1 plus 2x, and if we multiply this 2 with this expression, then we will get 2x minus 6. So this will yield us, if we put 2x and minus 6 in left hand side, then we are getting x square plus 2x minus 2x, which has brought from right hand side, and then we have plus 1 and plus 6 is equals to 0. So let us solve this. X square will be as it is, and 2x and 2x will get cancelled, and 1 plus 6 is nothing but 7 is equals to 0. Since it has the maximum power of 2, the x has maximum power of 2 and it has only one variable, so this is a quadratic equation. Let us try another example, that is second one. It is given as x square minus 2x is equals to minus 2 in bracket, within bracket 3 minus x. So let us solve this. X square minus 2x is equals to, multiply minus 2 with this expression, it will become minus 6 plus 2x. This, if you bring these two terms in the left hand side, then we get x square minus 2x minus 2x plus 6 is equals to 0. So if we solve this, so x square will remain as these two will be add up and plus 6. So we are getting finally x square minus 4x plus 6 is equals to 0. So let us apply two conditions. Since it has maximum power of 2 and it has only one variable, so the given expression is a quadratic expression. Let us try another example, third one. X minus 2 x plus 1 is equals to x minus 1 x plus 3. So if we multiply on both sides, so let us open the bracket. So left hand side will become x square plus x minus 2x minus 2 is equals to x square plus 3x minus x minus 3. Let us solve this on both sides. So left hand side will become x square and x minus 2x will become minus x minus 2 is equals to x square. 3x minus x will become 2x minus 3, and if you bring this right hand side to the left hand side, then it will become x square minus x square, then minus x minus 2x minus 2 and plus 3 is equals to 0. X square get cancelled, and minus x and minus 2x will become minus 3x. Minus 2 plus 3 will become plus 1 is equals to 0. So this is our simplified expression. Now apply the condition. Since the maximum power of x is 1 and it has only one variable, so first condition is not satisfied. So the given expression is not a quadratic expression. Let us try the next question. Let us try the fourth question. Friends, you can also try parallelly with me. As I am solving, you can also try with your notebook. So the fourth question is x minus 3, 2x plus 1 is equals to x into x plus 5. Now we will multiply. So x and 2x square plus x minus 6x minus 3, and in right hand side if you multiply x with this, then it will become x square plus 5x. So let us simplify first on the left hand side, then it will become 2x square, x minus 6x will become minus 5x minus 3 is equals to x square plus 5x. Bring this right hand side terms to the left hand side, then it will become 2x square minus x square minus 5x minus 5x minus 3 is equals to 0. If we simplify this, then 2x square minus x square will become x square, and these two terms will add up and give 10x, and minus 3 is equals to 0. So let us apply the condition. Since the maximum power of x is 2 and it has only one variable, so the given expression is a quadratic expression. So let us try together the fifth question, which is nothing but 2x minus 1 x minus 3 is equals to x plus 5 x minus 1. So multiply, open the bracket and multiply, it will become 2x square minus 6x minus x plus 3 is equals to x square minus x plus 5 minus 5. So we will simplify it first. 2x square minus 6x minus x will become 7x plus 3 is equals to x square plus 4x minus 5. Bring this term to the left hand side, then it will become 2x square minus x square minus 7x minus 4x plus 3 plus 5 is equals to 0. Then 2x square minus x square will give you x square, minus 7x minus 4x will give you minus 11x, 3 plus 5 will give you plus 8 is equals to 0. So apply the condition, then you will see that this is also a quadratic equation. Friends, let us together try the sixth question. It is given as x square plus 3x plus 1 is equals to x minus 2 whole square. So let us simplify the right hand side, and it may be written as x square plus 4 minus 2x. 4x. Let us bring this term to the left hand side, then we get x square minus x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 1 minus 4 is equals to 0. Let us simplify this, then we are getting x square get cancelled, 3x plus 4x will give you 7x, and 1 minus 4 will give you minus 3 is equals to 0. Since it does not have maximum power of 2, that means it is not a quadratic expression. Let us together try the seventh question. X plus 2 whole cube is equals to 2x into x square minus 1. So friends, we all know a plus b whole cube. I have told you have to complete the prerequisite, and in the prerequisite we have this formula: a plus b whole cube is nothing but a cube plus b cube plus 3ab bracket within bracket a plus b. So let us try this identity and simplify this given expression. So it will become x cube plus 2 cube, which is nothing but 8, plus 3 into a into b, that means 3 into 2 into x within bracket x plus 2, and in the right hand side we can write it as a 2x cube minus 2x. Let us simplify this. X cube plus 8 plus 6x. 6x within bracket x plus 2 is equals to 2x cube minus 2x. Let us multiply 6x with this, then we get x cube plus 8 plus 6x square plus 12x is equals to 2x cube minus 2x. So bring this right hand side terms to the left hand side, we get x cube minus 2x cube plus 6x square, then we have 12x, then we have plus 2x, then we have plus 8. We are writing in decreasing power of x. So x cube and minus 2x cube will give us minus x cube plus 6x square plus 12x plus 2x will give you 14x plus 8 is equals to 0. Since the maximum power of x is 3, so this is a cubic polynomial, it's not a quadratic polynomial, so the given expression is not a quadratic one. Let us try the last one, the 8th question. The expression is given as x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equals to x minus 2 whole cube. Friends, we will simplify the right hand side by using the same identity. We all know a minus b whole cube is nothing but a cube minus b cube minus 3ab within bracket a minus b. So we use this identity and simplify the expression first. So left hand side will remain as it is and we write it as x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equals to a cube minus a minus b whole cube is nothing but a cube, that is x cube, minus b cube, that is 8, minus 3 into a into x, minus 3 into a into b, that means 3x into 2, it will become 6x, and within bracket x minus 2. Then we will multiply it, x cube minus 8 minus 6x square and plus 12x, and left hand side will remain as it is, x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1. Now we bring this term into the left hand side, then it becomes x cube minus x cube minus 4x square plus 6x square minus x minus 12x plus 1 plus 8 is equals to 0. This x cube get cancelled with this x cube, then minus 4x square plus 6x square will give you 2x square, and minus x and minus 12x will give you minus 13x plus 1 plus 8 is nothing but 9 is equals to 0. Now let us see the generic form of quadratic equation is ax square minus bx plus c is equals to 0. So it has maximum power of 2 and has only one variable, so the given expression is a quadratic expression. Friends, let us move to our second question. Please read the second question on the screen. Represent the following situation in the form of quadratic equation. So we have given one situation and we have to represent it in the form of quadratic one. So the first question says that the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. So area of a plot is denoted by A, capital A, is equals to 528 meters square is given. The length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. So let us assume that length of the plot is, length of plot is L, and it says that and breadth B, breadth of plot is B. Then it says that length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. So length, that means L, is equals to twice B plus 1. The length of the plot, the length L is equals to, is 1 more than twice its breadth. Twice its breadth plus 1 more than its breadth. So we need to find the length and breadth of the plot. So we have to find the value of L. To find value of L and value of L and B, we have to calculate it. So we all know that area of a rectangle is nothing but length into breadth. Area of rectangle A is nothing but L into B. Since A is known to us, which is nothing but 528 meters square, so we can write it as 528 meters square is equals to, what is L? L is nothing but 2B plus 1, so we can put 2B plus 1 in this, 2B plus 1, and we will keep B as it is. Let us multiply B with this and take this in the right hand side, so it will become, or you bring it in this side, left hand side. Either way we can solve it. So this will become 2B square plus B minus 528 is equals to 0. Friends, this is nothing but a quadratic equation. By solving for the value of B, we will get the value of B, and if we get the value of B, then we can calculate the value of L, and that's what we have to find it out. So friends, we have got this quadratic equation. Now we have to solve this. So we will solve it by the method of factorization. So we have to split middle term in such a way that we are getting the product as 2B square into minus 528, that will become minus 1056 x square, and we get the sum as x or B. Here variable is B, so we will write it here B. So let us factorize this. So let us see what are the possible combination. First we will find the factors of 1056, that makes our task easy. So it will have factors 4, 264, then 4, it will become 66, then 3, 2, 1, 1. So it will have these many factors 4, 4, 3, 2 and 11. So we have to get 2 digits whose product will yield us this one, and if we subtract them, then we get only B plus B. So let us see what are the possible combination. So 11 into 3 33, 4 into 4 16, into 2 32. So this is one combination. So if we multiply these two, then definitely we will get this, and if we subtract 33 and 32, then we will get only one B. So this one is perfect, so we can use these factors. So since it is in minus, so one of the digit has to be in minus, but this has to come positive, so the higher digit will be positive and the lower digit will be in negative. So let us split in this way. 2B square minus 32B plus 33B minus 528 is equals to 0. So this will be the factorization of this. So let us take the common as 2B as common, then within bracket we get B minus 16, and if we take common here as 33 plus 33, then we are getting B minus 16 is equals to 0. Friends, within the bracket term is same, so we have taken common, correct. Now take B minus 16 as common. So B minus 16 we take, and 2B plus 33 is equals to 0. So the product of two expression will be 0 only when either of these is equated to 0. So it will give us the two cases. One case will give us b minus 16 is equals to 0, and another case will give us 2b plus 33 is equals to 0. So if we solve both the expression, this will give us the value of b as 16, and this will give us the value of b as minus 33 by 2. Friends, after finding the solution of the quadratic equation 2b square plus b minus 528 is equals to 0, we have got the two solution. Since you know that quadratic equation will always have two roots, so we have got b is equals to 16 and b is equals to minus 33 by 2. But as we all know that the breadth of the rectangle is not negative, so it's always positive. So 16 is a valid number and minus 33 is not valid in this case. So let us take breadth of the rectangle as 16, then we can find the length of the rectangle as 2b plus 1, and by putting the value of b in this equation, then we can calculate the length of the rectangle, and it will be 2 into 16 plus 1, and it is nothing but 33. So length will become 33 meter and breadth will be 16 meter for this rectangle. So this is our solution for first question. So let us move to second question. Please read the question on the screen. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. So let us assume one integer as x. Then it is talking about the consecutive positive integer. If one integer is x, then another integer will be x plus 1. So it has given the product of these two consecutive integer as 306. So we can write it as x into x plus 1 is equals to 306. If we multiply x, then we get x square plus x, and bring 306 in the left hand side, then we get minus 306 is equals to 0. We do the same procedure, we will find the factors for 306. 3, 1, 0, 2, 2, 5, 1, 17, 3 and 3. Now we need to split the midterm, and for splitting the midterm we want the product of two numbers as 306 x square, and the sum of those integers should be x. It should come minus 306. So let us see what could be the possible combination. Since 17 is a prime number, it cannot be divided further. So let us see 17 and 3 3 is a 9, 2 is a 18. So 17 and 18. So if we multiply 17 and 18x, 17x and 18x, then we get 306x square, but one of the digits should be negative. But we want the sum of these two numbers as positive, so the maximum number, the bigger number should be positive and the lower number should be negative. So this satisfies the condition. So let us split our quadratic equation as x square minus 17x plus 18x minus 306 is equals to 0. Then we take x as common from the first two terms, then it will become x minus 17, plus we take 18 as common, then we get x minus 17 is equals to 0. Since within the bracket term both are same, then we can take x minus 17 as common. In the bracket we get x plus 18 is equals to 0. Now we equate both the identities is equals to 0, then we get x minus 17 is equals to 0 and x plus 18 is equals to 0. From this we are getting the value of x as 17, and with this we are getting x value as minus 18. Friends, since we have got the value of x, but in the question please see they have told that the product of two consecutive positive integers, so this is negative, so the x value cannot be negative. They are asking for positive integers, so this is negative, so this value is not useful to us in this case, so x would be a valid value, so the consecutive number will be 17 and 18. So this is our answer for this problem. Friends, let us try our third question of this exercise. Let us read the question on the screen. Rohan's mother age is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. So let us assume the present age. Let us assume the present age of Rohan is R and present age of his mother as M. Now in the question, Rohan's mother is 26 older than him. That means mother's age is equal to Rohan's age plus 26 years. And further we have given the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. Now if we add 3 years in both the ages, that means Rohan's mother's age and Rohan's age, that means after 3 years they will be of the age R plus 3 and M plus 3. So after 3 years Rohan's age will be R plus 3 and his mother's age will be M plus 3, and we have been given the product of their age after 3 years from now will be 360. That means R plus 3 into M plus 3 will become 360. Since we have two variables, we can replace one variable from the equation 1. So putting the value of M in the equation 2, then we get R plus 3 into R plus 26 plus 3 is equals to 360. Let us multiply this, then we get R square plus 26 plus 3 will be 29, so it will become 29R plus 3R plus 29 into 3 minus bring 360 in left hand side, then it will become minus 360 is equals to 0. So let us solve this. R square plus 29 plus 3R will become 32R. Then this will become 29 into 3 is 87 and minus 360. So minus 360 and 87 is to be subtracted. So it will become 273 minus 273 is equals to 0. Now we have to split midterm in such a way that the product we should get as minus 273 R square and their sum should come 32R. So let us find the factor of 273. 9 1, then 7 1 is 7 and 13. So we have got three factors and we have to choose two digits in such a way that product of those digits will come around 273 and their sum or subtraction should come as 32. So if we multiply 13 into 3, it will become 39 and this will become 7. So 39R 39r and 7r. If we multiply this, then we get 273, but we want negative. So either of the digit will be negative. So which digit will be negative? We have to see. Since 32 is positive, so the bigger should be positive and the smaller number should be negative. So 39 minus 7 will become 32r, and if we multiply 39r and minus 7r, then we will get minus 273r square. So this will be our valid factor. So we split the midterm as r square plus 39r minus 7r minus 273 is equals to 0. We take common r as common, so it will become r plus 39 and minus 7, then it will become r plus 39 is equals to 0. Since the term within the bracket is same, so we have done it correct. So let us take r plus 39 as common. So within the bracket we are left with r minus 7 is equals to 0. So if we equate both the term equal to 0 individually, then we get r minus 7 is equals to 0 and r plus 39 is equals to 0. R is equals to 7 and we are getting r is equals to minus 39. Friends, as we know that r is nothing but the present age of Rohan. So the age of the Rohan cannot be negative. So this is not a valid number. So our interest is with this result, that is r equal to 7. So Rohan's present age is 7 and his mother's present age is r plus 26, and it is nothing but 7 plus 26, which means 26 plus 7, that is Rohan's mother age will be 33 years. So this is our answer for this question. So you can also try this question. So please see the last question of this exercise, that is question 4th. Let us read it on the screen. A train travels a distance of 480 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. Friends, this is a very simple question. You all know speed is equals to distance upon time. So we need to use this formula. So from the first statement, it says that a train travels a distance of 480 km at uniform speed. That means speed is equals to distance is given as 480 divided by time t. So this is one of the equation we have got. Now from the second statement, if the speed had been 8 km less, that means if speed is reduced by 8 km per hour, that means s is subtracted by 8, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. That means the distance will be constant, that is 480, but the time it takes will be 3 hours more. So time will become t plus 3. So this is equation second. So if we put the value of s from equation 1 and in equation 2, then we get 480 divided by t minus 8 is equals to 480 divided by t plus 3. Then we take the LCM, then it will become 480 minus 8 into t divided by t is equals to 480 divided by t plus 3. Friends, if we cross multiply this, then our calculation will be very complex. So let us take 8 as common from this, then it will become 8 is common, then 60 minus t divided by t, and here 480 divided by t plus 3. So this will become 60 minus t divided by t is equals to 480 divided by 8 into t plus 3. So 8 will get cancelled and this will become 60. Now we have somewhat simple calculation. So we cross multiply these two terms. So 60 minus t will be multiplied with t plus 3, and this will be equals to 60t. So let us multiply these two entities. It will become 60t plus 180 minus t square minus 3t, and if you bring this 60t in the left hand side, then it will become minus 60t and it will be equal to 0. So let us first write the maximum power of t, that is minus t square, and this 60t gets cancelled and we are left with only minus 3t, and this one plus 180 is equals to 0. When we take minus common, then it will become t square plus 3t minus 180 is equals to 0. As minus 1 goes there, it will become 0, so we can remove it. So now we have to factorize the midterm in such a way that we get the product of those terms as minus 180t square and the sum as 3t. So let us find the LCM of 180 first. Let us factorize it. So choose any of the combination. So if we multiply 6 into 2 and 5 into 3, then we may get two possible factors as 12 and 15. So if we multiply 12 and 15, we are going to get 180, and if we subtract these two terms 12t and 15t, then we will get 3t as the answer. Now in the product we want negative sign, so either of this digit has to be negative, but the midterm is positive, that means we want plus 3t, so the bigger term has to be positive and the lower term should be negative. So we have got the possible combination, we have got the correct combination. Let us split it. So t square minus 12t plus 15t minus 180 is equals to 0. So if we take t as common, then it will become t minus 12, and we take plus 15 as common, then it will become t minus 12 is equals to 0. Then we take t minus 12 as common, then within the bracket we get t plus 15 is equals to 0. Now we equate both the terms individually to 0, then we get t minus 12 equal to 0 and t plus 15 is equals to 0. T is equals to 12 here and t is equals to minus 15 here. Since t represents the time, it cannot be in negative value, so t equals to 12 is valid for this particular situation. So the value of time is equals to 12, then we need to find out the speed. Since speed is equals to 480 divided by t, then so speed is equals to 480 by t, and we have put the value of t as 12. So by dividing 480 by 12, we are getting 40. So our speed will be 40 km per hour. So this way we have completed our exercise 4.1. Friends, you can also try this and you will get all these notes on our website, that is www.examseasy.in. You practice all the questions, and if you face any difficulty, then you can ask us, you can call us or send WhatsApp on the number given on the website, and you will be supported by our expert anytime you want. Thank you.